back to Duxley Gaming and Elm Creek on Farming Simulator 22. Yes, we are back, continuing on. And we're still delivering our stuff from the shop back to the farm. As you can see here, we've got the John Deere, the shop delivery tractor, delivering our legal trailer that we bought. That was at good discounted prices, used equipment. Up ahead, we've got our other smaller tractor travelling back with our windrower. Now, he's actually scheduled to go directly to the field and commence work, windrowing. So we're going to, so we'll see how that goes. Now, one of the things I did want to talk about is it just funnily so happens that in our used equipment, we're talking about balers in the last episode, and we didn't have a baler, has just rocked up on the store for used equipment for $27,980. So it's 51% off. So I'm going to buy that as well, just purely from the fact that, you know what, we can. Trolley bogs, or Redesteins, I'm not going to worry about tyres. License plate I'm not going to worry about. I'm going to buy it. And then we can, if we choose to bail, we can now bail. So anyway. All right, I'm going to watch what she does and just see how this goes, because we did set it to come down and commence the field work. So I'll be interested to see. It's worked reasonably well for the ploughing to a point. I just want to see how she goes. Now, she's going to have trouble near that shed. I'm really tempted at the moment to go into GE and remove that. Like I said, my GE skills extend to the fact of deleting shit off maps, and that's about it. So we'll see. I'll think about it. But yeah. So we'll have a think about it and just see what it does. But I just want to see how this guy goes, or how she goes, with dropping it off and getting started. Then we may manually sort of take over anyway. I just want to make sure that the windrowers work all right in this mode as well by dropping off and just getting the job done. I mean, there's still some fine-tuning to be done here. I certainly hope Giants does a fair bit of fine-tuning, because it does need to be fine-tuned. But we'll see how things go. It looks promising so far, that's for sure. Okay, all right. Well, we're going to let her continue. I'm not going to stop that. Right, what we're going to do is we're going to grab this guy. I left the engine running for some reason, but anyway. And I'm going to go and get this going. I got the shop keeper over there. He's still waiting, but he can wait a little bit longer. That's okay. All right, so we'll lower and we'll start. I'm going to start collecting some grass. I just want to I'm really paranoid about getting some feed over there for the sheep. So, we'll get that going. And yeah, so we'll just get going. So we haven't taken time on any further from what the last episode. So we basically followed on directly from the last episode in that regard, because I mean, we've got all this grass work we can be doing. So I figure, why not? Now let's see how he's going to turn. Sorry, I keep saying he. I mean she. And what I'm going to do is just to sort of maybe help out a little bit over this end. Okay, I'm going to take these rows here off as best I can and just see if that helps with doing the return run up here near the shed, that they actually can do it properly. Right, do that. Out wide, we'll come back in and continue another header row there effectively. Because if we can reduce that and get smooth turns up here at the end, that's half our battle really, isn't it? So I'm just sort of waiting anyway, because I'll catch up with her pretty quick. So round. So hopefully this will allow more than enough room for her to turn without being stopped and miss a whole pile from the building. So it's all about working as a team. All right. Now I don't know how much grass our 60 sheep are going to need as well. I am looking forward. I know Steve will bring out very soon an updated sheep pen. And I hope he will also make his own, similar to what he has in 19. So I expect that to come at some point, but that'll probably be when he gets his first map out. But I would like for that to occur at some stage in the near future, because having 60 sheep maximum on that pen is just stupid. Well, I don't think I've got the biggest pen, to be honest. In fact, let's go have a quick look while I'm waiting for this guy. Get into our construction menu. What have we got there? We've still got the ideal. Yeah, okay. Yep. Animals, sheep. 25. No, I have got the biggest one. 65 is the biggest. I mean, really, that's just stupid. Stupid giants. Come on. I know we did talk about this before, didn't we? About like 60 sheep. That's a hobby farm. I mean, really. Come on, giants. Lift your game. I mean, some of our smaller farms here in Australia have, and I say smaller farms have over 6,000 sheep. So I mean, the scaling factor is just hugely inadequate. Anyway, all right. She's not doing too bad a job. I'm not going to bust her chops there for too much. We are going to interrupt her this way, though. Thank you. Sorry. I'm going to go over and feed the sheep now. We've got enough in here. Oh, really? Really, you gonna do that? Okay. So hopefully our health will increase. Now we've given them some food, so we can come back in here at the animal window now. And here we go. We've got our sheep. So the health is low, but we've got the full grass there, so that's okay. Our chickens are almost out of grain, but that's okay. We're about to harvest, so we'll get some more grain. So that'll be okay as well. All right. I'll go continue getting some more grass from here. We now know what our limit's going to be and what we need to feed our sheep. So we can use an appropriate sized trailer to collect that as we need to. All right, so let's go and continue. And then we'll get the wheat harvest in. She's done okay. I can't complain too much about her job here in the windrowing, so kudos to her. I don't know what her name is. We'll just call her Jane. She's done okay. Alrighty. I might just skip every second. Makes it easier for turning. Come back. I'm only going to get half a row done here anyway, I think. Up we go. I'm going to put this into the silo, and then I'm going to send the shopkeeper back. You can bring the baler over at his leisure. We won't look at that disaster there in the wheat field. I don't know what happened there. Must have had some young whippersnappers come over and destroy my field. The only thing I can think of. It wasn't me. It would never have been me. Right. The entrance in that here has actually worked out better than what I expected. Gives me plenty of room for moving stuff around and turning and all that sort of stuff. It worked so much better than I expected. It was, it's very pleasing. It'd be nice if we could get the AI smart enough that we could just say, right, I want you now to go back to the store. Okay, I want you to go back up here. I want you to pick up what's waiting at the store and then bring it back to me. That'd be fantastic. Yeah, not going to happen. Right. Continue with our grass collecting. And then we can get the harvester down here and get that going. Hopefully it's not going to take us another 20 minutes to get all this done. Yes, I know I've started on a different run this time. That's okay. There's a method to my madness, or sort of. Right, so we're going to collect all the grass, and then we will have enough grass then stored up for the sheep for some time to come. What I could do, I suppose I could bring the baler down. Oh, this bloody Elm Creek always gets me yawning, even though it's only like 10 o'clock in the morning. We bring the baler down and bale some of this and leave it next to the sheep, but I don't know if the sheep take the grass bales. I know there's been some talk about that you can only use, I think, is it only the small bales you can use to feed some of the animals or something, but we haven't really played with that too much, so I'm not going to make too much commentary on that, but I know there is a couple of problems, or people have identified problems with that. And I just can't quantify it, so it may not be worth me making the grass bales because I may not be able to use them in the way I want to. So we'll have a bit of a look-see and a play, and see what we can find. And certainly I am planning on bringing out some videos on the animals, on how to deal with the animals and all that sort of stuff. I just don't have the time to do it. Unfortunately, as much as there's lots of stuff I want to cover, I just haven't had the time to do it. So. The unfortunate realities of life. Now I'm going to come back down here and get this last lot here, then I'm going to go on offload because this will take me close to being full, if not full. Right. AI worker has completed the task. I hope that's the delivery guy. Yeah. Oh, misjudged that corner. Oh, didn't see a thing. Didn't happen. Oh, man. Right. I'll play this grass, and then it's... let's get the combine down here now. I think I've done enough of this for now. Let's go get the combine. Is our door open? No. Okay. Oh, must change them buttons back over. I've got my engine start button where I used to have my connect button for FS17 and the connect button where I had the engine start. So I just naturally go down to press the button. 50-50 chances whether I'm hitting the right one. So the other AI hand, she's finished doing the windrowing, which is fantabulous. We're actually going to get this guy to go and do this as AI worker as well, because we're going to finish pulling the grass up. And then we might as well, because it's just as easy. Unfold that combine. Fold up the header. Okay. And off he goes. What have we got there? Oh, actually, I can't tell. D. Right. Sorry. It's not really that much funny, but anyway, it was to me. Okay, so while that's busy harvesting, we'll go off and grab the last of the grass, and then we come and collect the wheat as well. We've got a trailer positioned just down here, just so we can actually swap over trailers. That's perfect. Just there. Right. Like I planned for it, wasn't it? Alrighty. Collect all the grass, then we'll be good to go. And then we've got to wait for our olives to be ready, basically. Oh, olives and the soybeans. We're going to wait for that soybean harvest ready. We're getting to the end of the day too now, so it's 20 to 7 at night, so almost time to down tools. Well, I won't down tools till we finish the harvest, obviously. So yeah, I'm really hoping. I mean, as I've said before about the fact that I wasn't keen to jump into seasons when Realismus Modding brought it out originally. Now I'm really just wanting to get the proper seasons back and get rid of this seasonal growth attempted rip-off of seasons that Giants have done. I mean, it's nice and all that, I suppose, the fact that we have the seasons, but we don't get the same gameplay, like just the little things like I would have changed the geo. It's also like the ability to affect your grass and all that sort of stuff. Because I don't believe in fact I haven't tested it. I don't believe the grass rots or anything if you leave it out for a couple of days in the season cycle, or seasonal growth cycle, I should say. So that's a little bit disappointing in a way. And as much as it annoyed the living daylights out of me sometimes when I was first getting to the low seasons, it was just something that you had to cater for in your gameplay, which is fine. I don't mind that. But anyway, so I'm really hopeful we'll end up seeing at some point. I'm just going to leave this guy here for now. Oh, that was loud. I'm just really hopeful that engine already all started. That we'll see Realismus come back with a better version of seasons than what Giants could possibly dream of. But again, we don't know whether, because of the way the code's been written, as to whether it will be simple enough for Realismus to do that. So all we can do is hope. But I certainly do hope we see that back. And I certainly as well hope we see course play back, because we haven't got the controls and all that for dealing with our fields like we had with course play. And that's something that we are going to want later on when we have some bigger maps, bigger fields, and all that sort of stuff. And like the ability to put dual combines on a field and all that sort of stuff. We need that. We need that capability. I mean, again, so Giants haven't done a full interpretation of the mod. They've taken a bit of it, and that's it. I mean, look, the idea of Giants, what they did is fine. if it was just purely a matter of being able to take and take deliveries to and from a store and sell stuff, or to a silo or whatever else, and deliver stuff from the store, I'd be happy with that. I wouldn't have a problem with that. I'd be more than happy with that. But anyway, let's see. Right, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put this trailer here. I'm going to go over and grab this other trailer. I'm going to empty out the combine because the combine is full. Now, this should take at least, I would say, probably 2 combine loads in this trailer. I do have to go and repair it, by the way. I am aware of that. Whoops. But it should take at least, hopefully, two loads. And we will take some over to the chickens as well before we do anything else. Yeah, definitely take it. Was this 44 cubic meters? So it's not even going to take a quarter of that unload. All right, we'll let him go off and do that. All I'm going to do is I'm going to grab this guy. No, I'll leave it because it's night time. He's gone home, so we're going to leave that. I'm going to take this up to the farm though. And then we'll put this away because we don't need this. I haven't got a straw coming off this field, have I? No. So, not going to need it anyway because it'd be too narrow. We'll take this up, put this away, and then put this tractor away because we don't need that anymore. And then we'll be close to transitioning. And we can transition to the next working day. Okay. Just going to park him here under the light for now. We don't need him for anything else. All right. Now just waiting for the combine. Has he got his lights on at all? Doesn't look like it. Yes, it does. So I guess what are we now? We're coming up to 3 weeks when I'm recording this since Giants released FS22. Been no patch or no signs of any patch as yet. There was a comment from one of the devs, I think it was, or someone from Giant saying that they are working on the patch. They're working on the fixes and on the system where they've said that's fixed. It doesn't mean it's been patched already. It just means it's been fixed in the code and it'll be delivered with the next patch. So I haven't been and had a look at all the issues and the status of said issues and what they're at. I probably don't really intend to, although I may have a look sometime today and just sort of see, just for my own visibility. But I really do hope that everything that's been found, particularly some of the easy, silly stuff, they crack on and get that fixed straight away. And I would also hope that we have a fix, an improvement for the AI driving very, very soon. And I want to see a lot more of the vehicles coming from FS19, and I want to see them ASAP as well. I mean, really, it should be fairly simplistic, I would suggest, for the Giants devs to take the FS19 stuff and convert it to FS22. I mean, so it's not a new engine. It's been updated. It's not a new engine, so there shouldn't be all that much that needs to be changed on existing models. And besides which, because they're the ones that are making them all, they should be probably they should be the quickest and the most effective people to actually take mods and convert them. However, I think the reality is they're not, and I think our modders are going to do it a lot quicker than what Giants are, to be honest. Alright, so we're just going to drive along, keep on unloading him as we go, because why not? Once we finish harvesting this field, that'll be the end of the episode as well. So as we get towards the end of this next run, we'll start saying our goodbyes, because we will separate there. No, I didn't mean separate there. I mean, I was going to separate here. And yeah, and then we'll come back in the next episode, and that's hopefully when we'll be looking at our soybeans and possibly even our olives. I'm looking forward to doing the olives. I haven't done any harvesting of olives. I've done a little bit of grape harvesting just as a bit of a test, and certainly for our grape how-to video, we did play with it a little bit, but I haven't done any olives at all. So I'm looking forward to doing the olives and playing around with that. So hopefully that'll be very, very soon, and then we should also hopefully be able to start extending out that olive grove as well to take over that entire field. Although we may actually look at pulling it out and relaying it a bit, so we get a bit more space between the rows. But we'll see how things go with that and go from there. So that is it. We've finished the harvest, and we'll catch up again on the next episode. So thanks so much for watching. Don't forget, if you're not already subscribed, please consider subscribing, and make sure you press that alarm notification icon as well when you're made aware of, so you're made aware of when new videos are available on the channel. And of course, don't forget to come and join us on Twitch, Twitter, Discord, and Facebook. All the details are down below in the comments. And most importantly, take care of yourselves and your loved ones, and we'll see you again very, very soon back here at Duck Solar Gaming and Elm Creek Farm. See you all later. Bye.